Well, good morning. It is a not so bright and not so early 8:30. I've been up for a little while, mostly catching up on, exceptionally reliable news sources, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Not entirely, but they do often tell you what's happening in the news and what's going on. And as we go into this town hall, it's important to know what everyone's seeing and thinking, whether it's reality or not. I used to see patients and I would watch Oprah, and people would say, why would you watch Oprah or some of the other therapy shows? And I always said the same thing, because you need to know what other people are watching and learning and believing in order to determine if that information is accurate or not, and to be able to advise them. I think the same holds true today. I may not always agree with everything that I read, but I need to know what sources people are using and what information they have and how accurate some of it is. One of the things that's come up is looking into spying that happens from the government. I can tell you firsthand that I spoke with a number of individuals who would have been in positions of power to be able to collect data on U.S. citizens, and they toe the line, not just 100%. I mean, I would say they actually go overboard, ensuring that nothing that we do involves looking at and analyzing, collecting data on U.S. citizens, even to the detriment at times to collect the data we need to be able to make the decisions for our country that we may or may not be able to share with everyone. So I find it difficult at best to imagine how these scenarios play out. Some of them are plausible. The idea that information or decisions get pushed down to what appear to be deputy or lesser positions. Oftentimes those are actually more knowledgeable people. They are experts in their fields. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're appointees and they're there because they participate in the political process. But I think Americans really need to know that rank is not necessarily an indicator of capability, knowledge, experience, or who it is you really want to be making the decisions. Sometimes, quite frankly, we would be better off with people that are considered to be lower rank because they're not in the politics, but are higher knowledgeable and expertise. And we may want those to be making the decisions quite often, actually. So today's going to be long. It's going to be exciting. I have no idea what's going to happen. This may be a complete failure. This may be a wild success. Like all things, it's probably somewhere in between. But what I do know, I am completely up for the challenge. And that is exciting. So follow us along. It's about 9:30. I haven't even finished my email yet, but we needed to get out and get moving. But look at this view. We're in Traverse City, Michigan today, getting ready for the town hall, and wow. I mean, is this gorgeous or what? We're gonna walk all the way up to the lake. I absolutely love the lakes here. They are so tremendous. Wow. There must be a storm coming, because look how energized this is. All right, let's get a good view all the way across. I hope I don't get wet. Look at this, look at this. Ah! All right, time to walk, time to get moving, time to exercise, here we go.
Command economy like China's, and if they identify a problem and set about solving it.
So these punch cards, you just keep them all local? This is like,
and we don't change them.
I'm pretty sure it's been the same since the 1700s. I'm impressed. That is truly old school. Look at this. How beautiful is this? More water over here. He'll catch it up and we'll answer. So grill me. Ask me hard questions.
I will.
And if I can't answer it, we can blip it out and I'll go,
Okay.
I have no idea. That way we can
Don't
dialogue.
let her fool you. We won't blip it out.
They make me keep all my bad stuff.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Something about looking cute.
Okay, I'm here, I'm ready. Advice I was given was to breathe. I'm trying to do that. Trying to figure out how to get inside. We're about 10 minutes late of our goal, but 20 minutes early for the event, so I think we're okay. If I could figure out the front entrance. I may be going the wrong direction. All right, here we go, I guess. Here goes nothing, right? Here we are, this is cool. And
You guys are watching the crowd.
yay! Oh, I hope you just love it. All right, I'm a little delayed. I have to admit we didn't get back till 11 o'clock last night, which is quite late for me given my early rise. And I am literally waiting out, trying to re-upload videos this morning. What was last night like though? You know, I had no idea what to expect. I had no idea what I would be walking into, and when I walked into the room and I saw how beautiful it was, I actually teared up. I did not think I would do that, but I looked at Tice, who set this up, and I don't know, I think in life we hope that somebody somewhere finds us valuable, or that what we have to say is useful, and we don't always get that opportunity. Not because every person isn't valuable, but because maybe somebody doesn't hear you, or maybe people are busy, or any of those things. But for somebody to take the time and look at the work that I've put together, and to think through and listen to what I have to say, and go out on a limb and put something together as nice as last night was. It was classy, it was beautiful, it was moving. His introduction was complimentary. It affirmed my belief that we have to start with listening. So I don't know, I think when I got there, I was moved. It was a moment for me, and one that will stick with me. So I'm very grateful to Tice. I'm very grateful to the others who helped put it together. I'm very grateful to Traverse City. It's now not just a place where my son found his life, but it is a place that lifted me up as well. So Michigan has become quite special in our lives in a way I never ever thought that it would. In other news, there's been lots of forward movement and good planning, and some connections being made. So I'm eager to see how those play out. I'm eager to see what happens next, and I'm getting a knock at the door. In an effort to help, housekeeping was relentless. They kept knocking and knocking. I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to answer. Well, there you go. There's videoing when you don't get multiple takes. Anyway, yeah, the connections, the feedback, the outpouring of support, the comments far exceeded my expectations. Honestly, my self-assessment was a lot tougher than the responses I got. I got questions differently than what I was expecting. I know I'm still tearing up trying to digest it all. You know, I expect people to do what they do on TV. What's your policy on healthcare? What are you going to do with the environment? And I think people got that there's a process we have to be thinking through. I think people asked questions that got to the root of how we actually make changes going forward. And it's not just by one person having a lot of ideas. It's by having a lot of people who have demonstrated success being brought together and actually executing as a team, as a country, as a diverse nation that can come together. I know it sounds cliche, it really does, but it's accurate. It's the way things need to be done. So I'm excited to be part of it. I'm honored to be leading it. I can't help but always want, and I catch myself every time, I just want to put my head down and say, I'm just doing my job. I took an oath to support this nation. It meant something to me. And I guess I just feel like I'm acting on what it is I'm supposed to be doing here are my skills, here's what I can do. If they're useful, let's put them to work. And on that note, I'm off to the airport. After I get some food. I need to eat. It's 12:45 Eastern, and we are off to Minneapolis, the first leg of 2 flights, and then we have to drive quite a distance in South Dakota, so it's going to be a long night. And we'll be back at the grind tomorrow. I think we'll land in Wyoming, so first of 3 long trips. Here we go. In Minneapolis, looking for food, not having luck. All right, we've just landed in Rapid City. We've got 3 more hours of driving to do. But the beautiful thing about changing time zones is we've gained 2 hours. So this is great. I just got an email showing that Boulder is going to be incredibly busy. I've got 2 major calls tomorrow. I should be doing a family stop. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I've got a strategy to write. I've got social media to catch up on. And I have 4 talks to get advertised, ready, and set to execute. So this is getting exciting. The great thing about having a giant bus is that it doesn't get lost in the parking lot. And I would like to say that I've never lost a car in the parking lot. However, I would be lying. Can you see it? Can you see it out there? Here we come. I'm home. What a view. Look at that. Is that amazing? Ah! We're off to Wyoming. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. How is it? Are we clean? All right. It's pretty good. Doesn't smell bad. Refrigerator looks nice and clean. Look at that. Awesome. All right. We even have a bottle of wine ready. This is good. This is good. Well, we are at the very tail end. Bugs. We're at the tail end of leaving South Dakota. You can see behind me there's nothing. But it is really beautiful. And yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely. However, the front of my bus is not lovely. I'm going to show you. Can you see all the bugs? There are bugs everywhere. Kind of gross. Look at the front of this. Like, it's kind of disgusting. So we've got some cleaning to do. 1 more hour to go, and then it's hit the sack time. We're going to Wyoming. All right, we made it to Wyoming. I haven't seen a human in over an hour, but I have a stinking moth that won't go away. I've tried everything to shoo it out. I can't get it to leave. I think this is what we call first world problems. Anyway, it's 8:30. We're going to bed. I'm exhausted. It's 10:30 Eastern. Bright and early tomorrow. I'm hoping there is Wi-Fi. Literally, as I'm driving, it's like it looked like on the GPS that the road had cut out because there was nothing else. It was just blank on my screen and a blue triangle that was moving. So I thought, are we going off-roading? What's happening? But we got through it. We got here. We're plugged in, and I think I'm sharing my room with a moth. I've tried everything to get it out, but I can't get it to go. So on the morrow.